to Stickman Adventure. Yes, I know of your existence, and I'm the Stickman talking on the screen. You may know me as that one Stickman from that video that got his arm ate off. That arm still isn't able to be here because it's not connected to the full book. What happened here? Frick. Well, yeah, I'm going to talk about the pink corruption that's coming soon. And that's attacking. And the evil and dark. Wait, no, the evil and light. No, the dark and evil. You know what? The good and evil. Alright, I'm just gonna say this. It was all going nice and good in the universe. The three gods, one of them being a goddess, the younger one created the pink, or the purple corruption, or damn well the magenta created that weird virus. I don't know what it's called again. And because of that, we basically have the entire plot of another show that's coming out soon. How do I know this? Because I know of your existence. You only learn that once you're dead. And then after you learn that existence, yeah, well, that's it. And while it all's going on, doodle-doo, doodle-dee, doodle-doo, and not gonna lie. Okay, so the two main goddesses, the older and younger one, created the rest of the universe. Then they realized, oh crap, we need to put a demigod here and a demigod there. Those were, the good one was Lyric, and the bad one was Conrad, who was created fairly recent. He's only 6. While the older one's 4 years older than him. So there was no evil until, 2016. It was all going good, so you're fairly advanced. By fairly advanced, I mean we've only been able to get to the creation of portal guns and dark portals. And yes, we did break the law of the universe, bringing a character from a video game to real life. Hey, but we have a video game, so technically we can't break that rule anymore, can we? Or from the real world. If we bring anything from the real world, it has to have 0 color, and it must be called with a stick or an object. But now, you've already probably seen 2 of these objects. You've only seen 3 races. You've seen the video games, you've seen the Blobmen, you've seen the Red Stickman, and you've seen the objects. Which the objects actually have their own show that's going on. I'm pretty sure it's still running, is it? Actually, I gotta check if that's still a thing. Okay, so it is not actually, it's still on. Okay. Well, it was all fun and dandy. And while it was all happening, the 2 male gods were destroyed, and the Stickman, or basically everything in the universe, was created by the younger sister. Now, the corruption basically took all the power and all the energy from both of the gods, and that one god that nobody cares about, aka the person that created everything in the universe, aka the younger sister. We call her Luna. She's still alive, she was just turned into the moon. We call her Luna. We call her cute, fluffy Luna. Now, because she was turned into the moon, she was only 10. And so many bad stuff has happened to her. Her form of years are in dog years now. So she is currently 10 years old. Because time stopped for her when she turned into, well, the moon. Then there's 5 random weird... Then there's 19 demigods. Wait, no. Semi-demigods? that were created. One of them being a giant eyeball, and the other one being a crayon. Yeah, I'm not joking. It's a literal crayon. Well, everything was all good. And then the red virus came around. And it fused with the purple to create the blob, which is the same thing that ate off my arm. But there was another blob that was combined with the purple and good, which created yellow. And that basically saved my arm. So I still have control of my arm, just it's bone. And, well, yeah, yada yada yada, it all happened. But while it all happened, something much greater and deadlier happened. The purple created 5 demigods. One of them, I'm just going to point it out, is actually the eyeball, but it can't do much bad things. And all was good. But then, that one stickman. Now, I'm going to tell you a couple more, but not until the end of this. Now, there were actually 5 gods, but 2 of them were actually children. Actually, no, they were a god and a woman. They basically created we call heaven, or the afterlife. You know what, we're just going to call it white space. Now, white space is just a giant white box that if something's created but they don't want it to, it's really large. It's basically like the size of the entire multiverse. But anything that they don't want existing, they will pick it up and they will throw it in the box. And basically it stays there until people want it out. But there are other creatures that have figured out unnecessary means for that to happen. But there are some people that have created, let's just say, necessary means to continue on their evil pink or purple duties. Let's just say necessary means. I'm joking, these are very unnecessary and basically, yeah. They figured out how to enter the universe from the white box, but I'm just gonna tell you how they did it. They basically did everything they possibly could, broke down walls for God's sake, and just entered the box and left. Now it turns out the box is actually its own entire planet that they literally just continued doing all their evil abilities on it until it just started cracking. Then they started peeling off the cracks. But every day, whenever a crack was there, they had to use all their power just to get the cracks to be destroyed. They just continued smacking it and ripping it until the crack finally let go. And they were able to finally stop it. Well, that crack was never destroyed because the gods that created it have died because of their corruption. And so was that other one too. And that one other god was also destroyed. Now that one other god was also destroyed. Actually, both of those gods were destroyed. And they weren't recovered until near a year. But because there were no gods to watch over, besides Luna, who can't do nothing, and the demigods and semi-demigods can't do crap to it, besides go into the box to do daily check-ins, besides do that and try and make sure no one gets in, that's basically there are no other gods besides the dark ones. And here is the modern slash postmodern to present. Now the present is pretty dark. We've entered the dark age. My brother's corruption has spread to his grandson, but his grandson has figured out how to harness it. Has figured out how to harness the corruption. And yada yada ding ding doo 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 doo. And has figured out how to harness the corruption and use it for his own well-being. But this is the end of my first part. Oh wait, forgot to continue talking. I can still talk until 12. So, yada yada yada. It all happened. It was all good and bad. But my brother's recently got a new robot half of his body. Or else he would be here. So he actually has no knowledge of me being here. But here's the good thing. Because he doesn't know the existence of you guys can go on my Lyric's YouTube channel, and you guys can potentially stop it. You guys could actually, go on the YouTube channel and you guys can vote.
There's no limit, kinda.
For, the fight and stuff, yeah. And over this huge process of time, it all went smooth and good. And this is the final time I'm saying that, by the way. This is the final time. But you guys can go on to Lyric's YouTube channel and vote. And you guys can see each half of the story. Now, here's the thing. There's going to be two halves of the story. But here's the thing. You guys get to choose the halves of the story. How exactly? I really don't exactly know. You're going to go on to a weird thing called UTab. And you can go into a commodity, I guess. And then there's a corruption where you get to see. Then there's two things that called foods, I guess. I don't know how to say that. And doing it, you can vote to see, I guess, go to the corruption in the future and try to stop it, or stop the red before it can combine. Which I have no idea, because I'm still stuck in, 2012, or 2022, because I'm still stuck there. I have no idea of anything going on, but I hope you all survive, and tomorrow, actually no, in a couple days, I will be talking about the purple and everything that I've done so far, and I'll also be listing all the demigods in the video. Well, see you later, guys. Bye-bye. Right for the creek now, right for that Willie. Right for the creek now, right for the creek, right for...
Managed to the, quote, gap between dimensions, which probably means nothingness in a spooky, cosmic, Lovecraftian kind of way. The Phantom Ganons and the Wind Waker are largely the same. They are phantom versions of Ganondorf himself that he sends out to try to commit murder upon Link. They even use the same Dead Man's Volley moveset to attack Link. One thing you might be wondering, though, is why did Ganondorf not send out a Phantom Ganon or two to protect the Forsaken Fortress the first time around? And this is actually because of Link. See, as Ganondorf himself proves to us, when